Hello and welcome back. I'm your host, Super Dude. This is Let's Play Prey, episode 7. Wow, we're really moving along with this series. Okay, here we go. Today, we embark upon the spacewalk. Here we go. Out in space we head. And yes, I would like to travel. I said yes, I would like to travel. Okay, so as a reminder, we are heading to try to find Dr. Calvino, um, because he has the key card to get into his office. He's dead, but we need the key card to get into his office so that we can then try to fix my looking glass so that I can find out whether my brother is actually trying to kill me or not. Because my rogue AI developed off of my brain scans tells me that he is, whereas he's telling me that he isn't. So, yeah. And that's because my brother keeps wiping my mind to do experimental testing on me, which I signed up for, but maybe didn't. I don't know. It's all very confusing. Also, the US didn't go to the Vietnam War and has aliens. It's all very confusing. Also, it's the year of the rat, but also I don't think it is anymore. Like, it's all confusing. Microgravity, your TranStar suit, is equipped with a propulsion system to navigate the harsh environment of space. To navigate 0G, use L to thrust and A to boost thrust. Press LB and RB to brake. You can press X to ascend, B to descend, and the shoulders. Aha. Okay. This is cool. This is really cool. I wonder if my gun... Yes, it does work out here. That's interesting. I'm kind of surprised that it works out in space, because it doesn't look like it has a canister. Firearms are combustion. Combustion requires air normally. So, traditional guns wouldn't fire in space. The other thing is, if I fire it, you see that I don't go flying backwards from the knockback. Every action has an equal opposite reaction. Because of this, the Russians actually developed a very interesting design. They made guns that can fire in space. They're basically pistols that shoot rockets. And so they have zero knockback. They don't. They involve fuel propulsion. They don't do traditional combustion. So yeah, never get in an argument with a Russian in space, because they have the capabilities, if not necessarily the intention. Ooh, this is like a satellite. A null wave transmitter. Developed in psychotronics, the null wave emits a burst of signals which suppresses the psionic capabilities of anyone caught in the blast. Nice. Okay. Wow. It is beautiful out here. Oh, that was the human corpse that I saw earlier. Okay, I want to go check that out. Find it interesting that I seem to have anti-thrusters to slow me down, so I don't get going too fast out here in space. I also find it interesting that I don't have fuel. That being said, I'm glad that I don't have fuel, because that would basically just be another another resource that I'd have to worry about. Oh, didn't mean to fire there. And there's an engineering operator. What are you doing? Hey there, buddy. Who are you? Jose Costa. Has some shaker lemon pie. Ah, thank you, operator. Let's eat some stuff in space. And... oh, yeah. Benefits of a spacesuit. Able to relieve yourself anywhere. Okay. So that's where we want to head. Sort of. That is Dr. Lorenzo Calvino. Yeah, so in the last episode, we found Dr. Lorenzo Calvino, only for the room that he's in to have been depressurized. So since we couldn't go from the inside, we have to do a spacewalk to go find him. Hence what we're doing now. Oh, oh. Talking about all this stuff with firearms in space, if you want to see a show that does that really well, I would check out The Expanse. Airlock, power plant locked. Breach, fail safe. Breach access, nice. Access the beam and wave lab. There are a few more things that I want to explore out here. Looks like some spare parts. Oh, oh no, 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 no. Ah, gotcha. Some psycho hippo. Error. Yeah. Can't get into that. Alright. Alright, let's go check out the doctor's body. Oh, man. This is legitimately awesome. Sorry, Calvino. Happens to the best of us.
Not surprising. Well done.
We have his transcribe. Alright. Is there anything else? Let's see, there's this. Some more spare parts. I feel kind of bad for this. Oh. There we go. Ah! Oh man, I defiled the corpse of Dr. Calvino. I'm sorry. Oh, the goo gun doesn't work in space. I must admit, that's a little odd. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. It must use some sort of, like the expansion must use some anaerobic or aerobic expansion or something. If I ever say words and you're like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, you're correct. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just as a rule, assume I don't know what I'm talking about. There's another human corpse out here. Let's see. I don't trust that chair. Okay. Seems to be safe. Test tube sample, EMP charge, and a medikit. Nice. Thank you. Charisma Calhoun. And it looks like there's another corpse up here somewhere. Gonna have to head up. This is just gonna be a lot of like me exploring space. Let's rocket up here. Oh man, this is awesome. Looks like there's another hull breach up here that we can go exploit. Oh man, do you know what this really reminds me of? There was a really good show once upon a time. That thing doesn't look happy. Called Firefly. Oh. And in the first episode of Firefly, they are exploring a wrecked ship, trying to find salvage. And they have a scene in the wrecked ship, and this kind of reminds me of that. Haha! Ooh. Oh, hello, hello. Oh snap. What just happened? I just like got hit by radiation from something. Okay. Was that it? Here we go. Yep, go ahead and die. Oh, I don't like that pattern of movement. Aha! You have been defeated. Oh man. I do like the reduced sound in space as well. Sort of gives you an emptiness, which I appreciate. Space is something that I have a strong respect for. And I would love to go to space someday. I know a lot of people who do not, and I fully understand why a person would desire to never really go into space. There are a lot of dangers. For example, it doesn't seem to be an issue here, but in real life, if my doing combat in space would be super scary, because if your suit got breached, yeah, that's it. You're done. You're done, son. Not really much you can do at that point. And things move really fast in space because there's nothing to slow them down. Humans evolved in a situation where things sort of have a max speed. And I mean, things in space have a max speed too. It's just that is like the speed of light, which is quite a bit more than what we have down here. I like how leverage doesn't matter in space, because there's no artificial gravity. Everything is basically considered to be weightless. Go ahead and get an operator to heal me.
TranStar Pyramid 490 medical class operator ready to deploy.
Thank you. Note that I say weightless. People sometimes correct and say, "Oh no, it's not weightless. It is weightless. It's not massless," which I think is what they're normally getting at. But weight and mass are two different things. So weight is basically the amount of gravitational force an object is exerted. It's exerted on an object generally by a planetary body. Although I guess if you have artificial gravity, that gives weight as well. And it's important. Weight is it's basically downward acceleration. Mass is the inherent amount of stuff that there is. So things continue to have mass in space, which is why, well, we say that things are weightless because they don't have this force acting on them that we are acting against. They still have mass, so momentum is held constant. So if I'm accelerating so fast, I run into another body, the acceleration becomes evenly distributed over the mass, and so we we basically slow down if that body is at rest. The energy is held constant, but now it has a greater mass that it's moving, so the speed changes. This has been a pointless physics lesson. There's really, I mean, I'm sure that everyone has taken at least a high school level of physics and understands these ideas. Just something that I find really cool. Spaceman. I like it. Oh my goodness. Now that is a cool image. Take a screenshot of that. That is one swell lion. Alright. Alright, it's about time that we head back to the hardware labs. We've had our fun for the day. I like the space billboard out there. Fact of the matter is, with all this debris, this is a lot of junk that has been blasted out into space at this point. And that can be an issue. Like this rock. So if I accelerate to 10 meters a second and then hit a rock or something, it's as though that rock hit me going 10 meters a second, which is quite fast. And that can be quite dangerous. And so in space, if I'm going 10 meters one way and something's going 10 meters the other way, it's hitting me with the force of going 20 meters a second. And in space, generally, you're going in relative to whatever object you're measuring from a couple hundred meters a second. So space debris can become very deadly. Like just a screw going 100 meters a second can be dangerous. So that's something to watch out for. Space. All right. Enough science talk with Super. I think this is where I'm going to end the episode for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry if it's a little dry. We'll return to our regular action-packed programming next week. Now that we have Dr. Calvino's equipment, the next episode we'll be going to fix... Oh. Hello, what are you? I don't like that. Okay, oh my goodness. We need the goo cannon. We need the goo cannon, and how? Okay. I'll get the goo cannon, and I'm dead. Alright! That's what we will return in the next episode. Hope you guys have a good time. This is Super Dude signing off, and as always, be excellent.